Brought to you by Penguin.
Yorùbá Boy Running by Biyi Bandele. Read by Chiwetel Ejiofor. Dedicated with warmth to the memory of my grandmother, Victoria Taiwo Ibironke Thomas, matriarch, businesswoman, cat lover, who went to sleep and joined the ancestors on July the 19th, 1981. And to my grandfather, John Adeniji Babatunde Thomas, engineer, avid hunter, who took wing of a snakebite and hastened far too young to the realm of the ancestors on April the 1st, 1944. And to Adeniji's father, recaptive and returnee, a liberated slave who came back home, much like the hero of the narrative you're about to hear. This morning, when I arrived at the working place, I met a woman who was waiting for me with her little boy, about 8 years of age. She requested me to take the boy under my care altogether, as she was willing to give him up to be brought up by me. I told her I was not in a condition to receive him just now, as I was busy building, but when I have removed to my new house and the school shall be opened, she might send him to school as other children. This is an evidence that the faith of the people is being shaken in the gods of their forefathers, which cannot be better shown by anyone in this country than by asking the priest of a foreign god to look after the life of one of these children whom they almost idolize. Reverend Samuel Ajayi Crowther, circa 1809 to 1891. Journal entry, Abeokuta, January the 31st, 1847. Introduction. A triumph of resilience. Among the framed homilies and early black and white photographs on the sitting room walls of my childhood home was the unsmiling portrait of a black figure in Victorian attire. As was customary at that time of British colonial occupation, the subject struck the formula pose beside a desk, looking slightly sideways, almost with a hint of defiance at what would have been the hooded camera. It all signaled membership of a select coterie of men of culture and learning, business or profession of a colonial era. A short walk from that missionary home located in Ake, Abeokuta, within an enclave known as St. Peter's Parsonage, was the Anglican church to which that compound owed its name. The Anglican Church of St. Peter. That edifice also had its portraits, only this time as implants on stained glass windows. Dominating the altar was St. Peter himself, and he was flanked by 2 prelates, complete with names, resplendent in clerical robes, crozier, and other symbols of the Christian order. One was the Reverend Henry Townsend, the other one, Reverend Hinderer. That grouping is faithfully acknowledged in my childhood biography, Ake, The Years of Childhood. The first mentioned figure was not featured among the stained glass icons. That was the Archbishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther, a black prelate. The other 2, Townsend and Hinderer, were of course European. All were prominent actors in the Christian mission in my hometown, Abeokuta, and of course further afield in the great evangelizing mission of the Christian church across my western bulge of the African continent, prelude to the even more imperious mission of colonization. As a child, attending St. Peter's School and even warbling as a chorister in St. Peter's Church, I had not the slightest knowledge of the intertwining of the careers of those 3 figures, Townsend, Hinderer, and Crowther. Christians all, serving the same deity, but evident occupants of different rungs in the hierarchy of godly service, including its politics. As confessed in my childhood biography, however, my fertile imagination never failed to spin fantasies around those images, most persistently that last, Àjàyí.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?